Okay, so I think this video and this video topic would be a good time to test out the new microphone here. I got a new microphone, guys, so uh, this only cost me $35 off Amazon. I see a lot of people use it. I see a lot of people recommend it, and I wanted to use something that wasn't really necessarily a headset and have to worry about having to put that on. I just plug this in and it just works just as fine. So over the weekend, I put a video out about my thoughts and a rant about the recently announced Knights of the Old Republic remake. I talked about how I was uh, I was kind of concerned about BioWare hiring this SJW writer to be the writer for KOTOR, and and how she didn't really enjoy the original game, and how I think this is just typical of BioWare's bad hiring practices, allowing these garbage employees. I do have to make a bit of a change to that. So I just found out today, actually, that EA and BioWare have nothing to do um, with the KOTOR remake, which I found very interesting, since BioWare was originally in charge behind the development of the original. In fact, the people behind this are the ones are Lucasfilm Games, I believe is what they're called, either Lucas Games or Lucasfilm Games. They're the same people who put out the most recent Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game, which I thought was fantastic. I really had a lot of fun with that game. And I want to talk about a couple things about this. So, one, just because BioWare or EA is not in charge of this game and does not mean that my stance on this SJW writer being hired for this changes. Okay, I still think it's bad business practice to bring on someone to a project that they have no love or passion or desire about, especially those who have not just a moderate stance on it, but a very, very, very negative stance on it is bad practice, because you have no idea on how they're going to go about this, how they're going to write, and how much they're going to piss off the fans who are going to want to buy this. And another thing is, I was thinking about this, and I realized that I don't know how many people actually want the remake to stick more towards the original, which is more of the turntable RPG style, where it's like you select a tag and you just attack in a sequence of turns, or excuse me, or if we want to go a bit more action based. I know a remake doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be 100% like the original. To be perfectly honest, I would love to see a bit of an action-based KOTOR for this remake, since we've seen it done with the Final Fantasy VII remake, and I thought that was pretty interesting, and how they went from a turn-based RPG to more of a action-based cinematic RPG, and I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd love for them to do that again. I thought I had a lot of fun with it. So I know some people are going to say, well, that's not the source material. Well, this is not a remaster; it's a complete remake. So they're basically stripping it down from the core and rebuilding it and remaking it. And I hope that doesn't mean changing the writing in the story, especially with this new writer who's supposedly making the rounds here. So this is just a quick video. Even though I made a slight error, I'm still leaving the video up because my stance still stands. I still think that this writer should not be in the KOTOR writing room if this is what her take is. I do, and if I were her boss, I would tell her to, hey, you can have your opinions, but the problem is that don't try to garner any attention towards this project or make it known that you are part of this project if you're going to have this sort of opinions, because we need this to sell. Okay? If you want to have your opinions as just your own, then that's fine. But don't try to garner any negative attention towards this project. Please, for the love of God, don't. So that's just all. So I'm really liking the way this microphone is just, I'm able to, I have to lean kind of forward a bit. I want it to be able to be leaning back and talking my chair, especially when I have the headset on. but sometimes it's just not clear enough. So I wanted to be a bit more professional. I didn't want to have to constantly put my headphones on or my earbuds with a microphone on just so I can talk to you guys or do a recording here. So, and I want things to be a bit more clear. I know there are some parts here that I'm missing. I'm trying to figure out how they work, but I just got this thing today. I tried to set this up, see if I can get it ready to go before I went to work. What didn't really happen, unfortunately, because I ran out of time. So I just got home from work about an hour ago. Just started to set things up here, and hopefully things will actually turn out a lot better. So without further ado, guys, here's to more future projects. If you guys have an opinion about this, please leave a comment. I really appreciate the conversations we have, and I'll see you guys in the next video.